October the 2nd, the most traumatizing and awakening day of my life. I found myself looking at these different YouTube clips and watching different out of body experiences and different films that, they used to scare me. And I would watch it and it would blow me away. It would catch my attention. And it used to scare me so bad that I would wonder, I would, my mind used to go in place like, God, is this stuff real? I couldn't understand it because I've never been to that place. I remember walking outside of my apartment and I was walking back and forth with my eyes closed, just started praying. And I asked God, I said, Lord, if you give me an out of body experience, I vowed to share your word and to tell the people what I saw, not actually looking for a response. And after that night, the next morning, that Thursday, October the 2nd, I had a dream. My spirit left my body. I would go in these different transits, bright color lights. It was white, like the best way I can explain it would be shoo, 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 all the different flashing lights. And I appeared before a blue sky with no clouds. It was like a blue place, no land, no trees, no grass, no water, nothing. There was nothing there but a blue atmosphere. And I would see this atmosphere goes millions of miles upon millions of miles where nothing existed. It was like nothing was hidden. Everything was revealed. Everything was before your eyes. You could see clear kind of body form, some form of light, as you would refer to a soul or a spirit and I could see through. It was so transparent, and in front of me was thousands among thousands, similar to what I was, and thousands among thousands behind me, and I knew that it was some form of a soul. And in the middle of my chest were seeds, multiple seeds. I didn't know what they were for. And I realized that I was the only being that could actually move out of my place and look and observe, smell, taste, feel. All my senses were active at this point. I began to look around and to observe the things that I saw, not knowing that this was a dream. I thought this was reality. I thought this was actually happening. I looked forward and there was this great shadow way in front of me, way at the end of the line. It was like thousand, 1,000 people in front of me, and there was a shadow, a great big shadow, but it had no detail. It was like as a vapor, and I could see that it was a shadow of something that was in the front, and I had many questions at this point in this dream, and out of nowhere, I heard these words: "Depart from me."
He asked for the out of body experience. I don't think I could. No, aside. Unless like it's out of body experience and I get to go to heaven and see Jesus and God and be in that realm. I don't want an out of body experience.